morning, everybody. Happy Monday. How's everybody doing today? All right, another week. You ready? Go. What I would like to talk about today is what is going to define us the most as an individual. If it's going to be who we are, who we know we are, what we are, or how we act. So it goes a little bit like so. I'm French. No surprise there. Good morning, Tress. So I'm French, and there is a thing. When I walk into a bakery in the US and I see that croissant with the cheese and ham in it, I have an emotional reaction because in France we don't do that. So I am French, and we would like to say, hey, by the way, we don't put cheese and ham in croissant. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go to every bakery in town and let them know, hey, we don't put that in a croissant, all right? But, I'm French, so this is who I am. However, I'm not going to act French in an American bakery. That would be very counterproductive. So, good morning, everybody. The other thing is, I am an introvert. I mean, I rank sky high as an introvert. Like I'm an overaccomplisher. Even in the world of introverts, I am an overaccomplisher. I rank super high as an introvert, which is a great surprise to a lot of people because like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. I mean, we see you go about doing meetings, board meetings, presentations, networking, interacting with people. I learned the skills that give me the opportunity to act like an extrovert. So I am an introvert, which means I need a lot of time by myself. I need a lot of time to recover, recuperate, being alone and all that jazz. However, because there are certain things that I want in life, because I want to connect with other human beings in person, and because I want to accomplish things at a community level and I want to be a leader, I taught myself skills that are usually in relation to extroverts. So I am an introvert, but I act in a way that is not in relations to that. I act the way I want to so I can get what I want, so I can have the impact that I'm looking for. Am I making sense? Okay. So the flip side of that is how we act may define who we are. And what I mean by that is, if we go about and we act in a way that is disconnecting or in a way that is selfish, or we act in a way that some people may translate as mean or cruel or hurtful, that may define who we are by others. If I see somebody who is acting selfishly, meanly, loudly, violently, to me, that person is going to come across as, this person is selfish, this person is violent, this person is cruel. So we have that flip side of it is that we may be the best person. Everybody thinks they are a good person. Ask any sociopath. They think they're a good person. Serial murderers, they thought they were good people. And at the core and at the spiritual level, I get that. As far as being productive in a community, and I'm here to give you the tools to be productive, to be connecting, to get what you want. If you want more of what you want, connecting as a human being and nurturing those relationships is a must. I mean, there is no way we can go around it unless we buy a small country and we turn it into a totalitarian regime. That's the only other way it's going to go about. So to have those relationships, we need that awareness and we need those skills to really appreciate the actions that we're offering. How are we acting towards others? That means talking, that means behaving. Because that is going to define, in their eyes, who we are, and that will define who they think we are, what they think we are, and what we're gonna get out of it, which may not be what we're looking for. If people think that you're cruel, they're not gonna give you a business deal unless there is some really variables. But am I making sense? This is not a deal breaker. Who we are doesn't have to be given away. We don't have to betray ourselves. I don't have to betray the part of me that is French to live in the US. I can still be extremely French. I am Franco-American enough to be precise. And I can still act in a way that is going to be connecting in an American culture. And yes, I'm still gonna have those emotional reactions when I see the croissant with the cheese and ham in there. However, this is for me to manage, so I don't walk into every bakery and tell people, this is a sacrilege, you are putting ham and cheese in the croissant. You know what I mean? So I really encourage you to appreciate and then ask around, double check. I mean, feedback is the breakfast of champions. And that's something I do with a lot of my friends on a regular basis without even a source of concern. Like, there is a source of concern about the way I behaved. Yeah, I'm definitely going to check in. It's like, hey, I remember doing that. Is that okay? What's your feedback? What's your opinion? Or we can check just in case. I do that with my roommate all the time. It's like, hey, this is what I did this morning. Was that okay? We do that all the time because we want to connect. We want to have those connections and we want to have a positive impact on the world. So you can be exactly who you are. You can be authentic and embrace that 100%, all the while acting in a way that is going to be connecting with others, and also being careful that however you act may be how you're going to be perceived. And on that last point, I want to share a very wonderful story. It's one of my favorite. It's the story of a man that is going down the road and he sees a dog sitting. And as he approaches the dog starts to bark and foaming at the mouth and acting extremely aggressive. And the man is scared because he thinks that the dog is going to attack him. And as he walks a little bit more down the road, because he's sort of going that way, he sees that the dog is attached by the leg with a very heavy chain, and there is blood all over the leg, and the dog is actually extremely hurt. The dog is a prisoner and he's hurt, and that's why he's behaving in a way that is so aggressive. So we had that opportunity also to be patient and to be understanding and compassionate to others that act in a way that is not connecting. I believe deep down we wake up every morning wanting to be the best version of ourselves, wanting to be a good person, and sometimes we fall short, and that's okay. We just try again and then we do better next time. But for us, when we see people that act in a way that is counterproductive, maybe they're just hurt, and that's okay. They're doing their thing and we're doing ours. Yes? All right. So if there is any subject you would like me to tackle for next week, I get requests and I honor them as much as I can. Please let me know. And until next week, reach for the greatest version of yourself. You can do it. Bye-bye.